Alright, welcome everybody. This is the D-Ranks Teamleague, Season 6, and I've got 2 weeks to cast today. I'm not sure if I'll get to all of them, and then Pebble gave me a couple replays that I'll try and cast as well. So, our first set is going to be Stealth Bunnies versus DeSPA, and this is Week 5. And our first match, Bigfan versus Jiexan. Jiexan? I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to call him JX, I guess. He normally goes by Jiexan, I think, in the forums. That's what most people call him. And it's going to be a Terran versus Zerg. So we're going to start that right up. Alright, spawning in the top right hand corner of Fighting Spirits is our orange Zerg Jiexan, and in the top left is our blue Terran Bigfan. So let me get the colors and the positions all good. Whoops. And he's going to see this looks like a 12 hatch. And there comes the pool. Drone taking on the SCV a little bit, but he's got to run it away. And Bigfan, he's going to be doing, looks like, well, 1 Rax expand. Nice, he does manage to get that drone. Unfortunate for Jiexan. So it's Fighting Spirit. So we shouldn't see anything too out of the norm. But Bigfan, he's got sort of a wall, but this is not linked tight. So it's not a complete wall, and looks like he'll be building his barracks up on the high ground as well. And that's a bit interesting because did he get another drone? Wow, he got 2 drones with this SCV. This is actually ridiculous, but it looks like he might lose it now. And here comes 6 Zerglings for Jiexan. Bigfan, he's got his command center coming up. Hasn't taken his gas quite yet, as he's still just hanging out, and it's actually going to be a 2 hatch from Jiexan. So he's looking to hit right before that range finishes later on. But oh no, there's a 3rd hatch. So very interesting. He's going to delay the 3rd hatch after the gas, but I guess he had enough minerals anyway, as his gas was fairly late. And Bigfan here, he's got his gas as well before any additional barracks, so he has the money to put down more. And it looks like the Zerglings, they get 2 Marines before they're forced to retreat, and maybe an SCV back here as well. So Bigfan here, he's messed up his aggression a little bit, his positioning. Jiexan's got quite a few Zerglings, but it looks like he's not building any more. And I'll have to see what he does with his first 100 gas. Looks like he's actually supply blocked at the moment. And Bigfan, he's throwing down 2 additional barracks and an academy, so he's actually going to go 3 racks a cad, which is not something you normally see anymore. A lot of times you see the +1 5 racks or 4 racks or an early second barracks. But it might not be too bad because his opponent. Well, I mean, it's you know, it's gonna work out. It's gonna be fun. His opponent is actually getting Ling speed before his lair, and a sunken colony as well. So Jiexan, I'm not sure if he's looking to put on aggression. Looks like he is actually building a good number more Zerglings. I'm not sure what this creep colony was for, though. If he's going to build so many Zerglings, and looks like he's going into the natural. He's going to take down, I think, all of Bigfan's Marines here. He's only got one Marine left. Looks like he actually lifted his barracks too, so that's delaying his additional Marines even more. He's got 2 right now, but one's at very low HP. One just died there. And Bigfan now, he's got to pull the SCVs. It's looking pretty bad for him as Jiexan can really just stream Zerglings. And Bigfan not really mining either. He's only got 4 SCVs mining at the moment. So just build a bunker. He needs a bunker. Maybe a supply depot as well to help choke off this natural. Looks like he's building his bunker really far forward. I think he has room for his comsats, but it's very easy for the Zerglings to surround as they come in and pick off the SCV that was building it. What is Jiexan doing in the background? He's got a lot of Zerglings in his main that he's actually forgotten these Zerglings. And can you imagine if he had, what is this, like 6, 8 Zerglings here right now? It would be huge. But his lair, about 80% of the way done. That build's really fast. But he's banking a lot of gas. Stim, maybe, I don't know, 40% of the way done. And he's starting 1 medic as well. He's already got 1 out. So this is going to be really scary. He's got a fire bat. Yeah, it's in the bunker now. And if he goes for a break on the bunker, it could be pretty bad with that fire bat in there. But the SCVs are not getting pulled, and the bunker does go down. The medic actually is healing the fire bat. That's the most ideal situation for him right now, but there's still just too many Zerglings. The SCV is forced to pull back towards the main, but he's losing a lot of them. And this is not something he wants to have happen. Looks like he might ward away these Zerglings now as his Marines come out of the barracks. Additional reinforcements. But it looks like, oh man, Jiexan finally found that huge clump of Zerglings that he had in his main. And he's just got so many Zerglings now. Looks like Bigfan, he's only got 2 Marines. Just build fire bats. It looks like he's trying to build 2. But this is getting pretty hairy here. Oh no, he's sending him back to mine. Okay, he brings him out. He's no way he's going to hold this. No way. Maybe with the fire bats come out, he needs to move back, get the medics to block this ramp. Just lift the command center. How's the tech timing coming? Looks like he is going lurkers about, I don't know, 30% of the way done. The fire bats are out, so he'll hold his main, but let's see what's mining. He's maybe got like, I don't know, 9 SCVs mining or something. This is looking pretty desperate for Bigfan here, as I think these drones are mistakes. Looks like he is droning up a bit, but he's already done so much damage. Like, he is in such a good position right now. And looks like a single turret coming up in the main. He doesn't have any comsats built, so he has no idea that these lurkers are coming. And it's going to hurt pretty bad when they do. But he's still got a little bit of time. If he gains control of his natural, builds a bunker. He's actually building a supply depot and a bunker. And I might even build a second bunker in this instance. His opponent is being super aggressive. Jiexan putting on a lot of pressure. And it looks like lurker upgrade is done. He's got a couple Hydralisk morphing now. And he looks like he's going to take this bottom right base. So, you know, Jiexan, he didn't really do anything too crazy. He made a good number of early Zerglings, and he did go speed before lair. But Bigfan, he waited a long time to get his first bunker, and other than that, I mean, he lifted his barracks and all that good stuff. So, well, in this instance, bad stuff. Looks like he's banking 1,000 gas right now. I don't think he has marine range, although he could have it by now, but I'm not sure. And he's not started as +1 either, so this is looking pretty desperate for Bigfan here. As now Jiexan's got 3 lurkers, 5 soon coming into the Terra Natural. Look, he's just droning up behind this. He might have forgotten about that extra hatchery. And it looks like he's going to burrow right in front. He doesn't even have comsats, man. He's not going to be able to deflect this at all. He's got to start his comsats for right now. I think this might be mannering the comsat, actually, as it does start in the main. Looks like Bigfan here. He's not reacting. Oh, he's pulling back down a little bit, but Jiexan, there's just too many lurkers. He's going to knock down this bunker. the Marine's not being pulled out in time, and he's actually building a bunker at the top of his ramp. He does not want to give up, and he might be able to hold the top of his ramp, I suppose, but things are looking incredibly dire. Looks like just droning up some more. He's got a lot of money banked, so I think he should just get his second gas and start his hive or whatever he does want to do. He's still got these 3 barracks pumping out Marines. And Jiexan, he's in a really good position. He's actually just going to go ahead and expand again as well. Now getting his Queen's Nest for his hive. And starting that gas as natural as well. So Bigfan, I don't think there's too much you can do. I mean, Zerg is up like 20 supply. That's pretty desperate times for your turn. But he is going to be able to hold the top of his ramp pretty easily, I think, if Jiexan does try and go up. So Jiexan, though, he's just content to sit back. He's got his 2 additional expansions coming up. Even morphing a creep here, worried about maybe a drop or something. So let's see here. Range has got to be done. He's starting his +1 attack. Got a factory coming up. I guess he'll get siege tanks and start trying to knock down these lurkers. Critical thing still is that he only has 1 scanner, so it's going to be pretty difficult for him to push the lurkers back, as he does only have 1 source of mobile detection. Hive is now started. He's getting his Spire as well. Not quite anything at that evolution chamber yet, but he'll probably start Carapace pretty soon. As yeah, not sure what Bigfan can do. Looks like he started his starport, getting his machine shop for his factory, so he can start building tanks, which he is now. Oh, he didn't have marine range, but he is starting it now. You know what I'd actually like to see him do? I mean, this is not bad to spot, but I would like to see him actually just go up here and land this, because he's really going to want the extra comsats. I mean, because he's gonna have to comsat here, and then he's probably gonna have to comsat here to really get the lurkers out of his base. And then if he wants to do any sort of aggression, he's gonna have to comsat again. I mean, let's see what we got here. He's got 2 scans stored up, so he might actually have enough, but it's gonna be pretty hairy. And Jiexan looks like he's just droning up at his expansions. He's even got a lurker here, and I'd like to see him get his 3rd gas, as he is moving into high tech now. Let's see. Has started the +1 Carapace. Where's the Defiler mount? Not quite yet. Hasn't quite started that Defiler mount. I like that he got the Spire as he got up to high. Just, you're going to want to have a couple Scourge around. Just at least have them available to you. It's really useful to just have a couple Scourge available. And it looks like the siege tank is actually knocking these lurkers back a bit. Because actually there's a Wraith from Bigfan, and he's thinking about maybe taking this base with his command center, but there's 2 lurkers there blocking him. Wraith, is he building more? Yeah, he's building another Wraith. Maybe he suspects that there'll be greater Spire? I really don't know why the Wraiths are in this game. But he actually might get an Overlord, despite the fact that there's like, I don't know, 6 Scourge at the natural. And nope, it's gonna get away, I think, unless the ones with the natural react. It's dancing this Wraith around. It does actually escape, even though it totally shouldn't have. But looks like he's got 2 tanks on the high ground now. I think these lurkers are out of range, although siege tank range is ridiculous indeed. So he might get 2 lurker kills before the scan ends. Nice. Might actually get a 3rd if it doesn't burrow. So Bigfan looks like he might actually get his natural back, but Jiexan's not going to be too bothered. Not going to be too bothered at all by him getting his natural. Looks like his gas is now disproportionately low compared to his minerals, as he's not quite saturated his 3rd and 4th gas yet, but looks like consume is about 50% of the way done. And let's see what Bigfan here has as an army. He's still only got the 3 science facility, or excuse me, 3 barracks. He hasn't started a science facility, but he does have these 2 wraiths. Looks like at least one of them is going to get taken out by a scourge. Building a bunker at his front. Thanks. Did he suicide some scourge into the command center or something? Bigfan is thanking him for something. He needs to bunker these Marines. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna take his natural back, sort of. And how soon will consume be done? I assume, yeah, it's already done. So we just need a couple defilers, and he's pretty much going to be unstoppable. He'll be able to push right up this ramp, in fact, as a couple of Zerglings do get suckered in to attacking. Looks like this is the 15-minute scouting command center. I don't know where the heck this thing is going. He could actually land it in the middle of the map. I don't think Jiexan would expect that at all. Does he have another command center somewhere? Like how? He's reclaimed his natural, but he has nothing to mine at the natural. So, Jiexan, he's getting his Ultralisk Cavern. Looks like he only got the +1 Carapace so far on his Evolution Chamber, getting a couple more macro hatcheries as well. His money's fairly high, so macro hatcheries are going to be excellent to help him just produce stuff. Looks like he's getting a Spore Colony at his front. Nice canal. I believe the other end is right there. So Jiexan, he's got all of his bases pretty well set up here. I guess the Spore Colony is to stop science vessels from poaching too long. But looks like actually a couple more Scourge did suicide themselves into this command center. He should infest the command center. Jiexan, do it, man. Find that command center, Scourge it like twice more, and then freaking infest it. And then build infested Terrans too. Looks like Bigfan, I think this is +2 attack. Yep, he's getting his +2 attack for his Marines. Nothing coming out of the factories at the moment. He does have 5 siege tanks, and he's building another command center. As this one's still just hanging out. I hear a Defiler consuming something. Looks like this Defiler does have full energy, so he's going to have 2 swarms. But there's only 1 lurker. Where is his army? It's really spread out. He's got a couple lurkers here, a lurker there. He's got a fair number of Scourge just hanging out. 2 lurkers here that I actually forgot about. And looks like Bigfan might run into them. So assuming he builds some more stuff, he can just Dark Swarm right in there. Looks like this Wraith is actually coming over to support the command center maybe. Is he going to land the command center here? Oh, it's going to get killed by Scourge. Boom and boom. And Jiexan finally getting the idea that maybe he should scout for hidden expansions. Of course, Bigfan does not have any. And a couple Marines here from Bigfan are out on the map, but these Zerglings are going to clean him up. Does he have crack? I don't think he has adrenaline glands for his Zerglings just yet. No, they're attacking pretty fast. Never mind. But let's see, Bigfan, he's playing very turtle. He's just turning the shit out of this. So, but he still has these guys garrisoned in his bunker. His 2 bunkers, in fact. So, optimally, he would unbunker these. Unbunker. That sounds silly. Why can't I think of the word? But, yeah, Jiexan is just doing his thing. He's doing everything right. Looks like he's getting Carapace upgrade for his Ultralisks, and he still only has the 1 Carapace though from this Evolution Chamber. So he kind of forgot about his upgrades. Looks like Bigfan is in fact starting CompSat here and landing his command center. And 2 science vessels coming over the south end of the map. I think he's going to try an eraser. I think this is what this is for. But it'd actually be funny if Bigfan comes back with that hidden expo and manages to make a dent in Jiexan's lead here. But Jiexan, he's got plenty of stuff hanging around. He's got lots of extra larvae. I guess he's waiting so he can build Ultralisks. Oh, he was supply blocks. Building a lot of overlords, and it looks like a drone's actually going to find this base and He's now sending over a couple of Zerglings to deal with this. Infest it! Infest it! I believe in you. What is this swarm for? I assume the science vessels were over here, and actually they've gotten a fair number of kills with that eraser, so not a bad job by Bigfan, but the science vessel is going to get picked off now. Whoa! What was that? 3 Scourge for 1 vessel? 4 actually, because it was hit before. And the loss of that command center actually supply blocks Bigfan. So looks like he's got 4 science vessels now. He's got 2, 4, 6, 8 tanks. He's got a lot of tanks, but his marine force is pretty low. And it looks like he's trying to get a drop ship, but he is supply blocked. It's kind of weird how little supply depots there are for this late in the game. But whoa, running his siege tanks over top of Lurker. Luckily siege tanks have like 1,000,000 HP. And Jiexan, where are them cows? Oh, he has cows. There we go. Looks like he's finally gathering a bit of an army together in the center of the map. So once he gets some swarms down, he's going to be able to roll over this army by Bigfan. But it looks like Bigfan, he's actually moving down to the south side of the map to attack the 6 o'clock base. And unknown by him, Jiexan's army is actually chilling right here. So he could do a big counterattack. Looks like Bigfan did leave 3 siege tanks to defend. He's got the bunker and a couple more bunkers as well. Looks like Bigfan, though, his force is moving into the 6. And here comes the counterattack by all the cows. There is no cow level. But, yeah, this is going to be probably game right here. There's not even a swarm. Doesn't even bother swarming. He's lost a fair few Ultralisks now. Looks like Bigfan did take out the 6 o'clock base. There's the Dark Swarm. And, I mean, if he blocks, maybe? He does have 2 tanks on the high ground, but now there's an Ultralisk and a Ling closing on top of the tanks. And, if it wasn't over before, it's 100% over now, I think. Bigfan here, he is trying to make a dent in this bottom right-hand base, but a nice swarm will be able to pull off infinite things. And a lot of these Ultras are actually getting pretty dang low. There's 3 right there. Looks like that dropship finally did complete. Just hanging out now. Needs to lift the SCVs out with the dropship. And it looks like Jiexan does manage to get a swarm down and a couple lurkers burrowing. And he's going to clean up the forces at the south side. He's actually still maxed at the moment. Bigfan rocking the 34 supply. I don't know what. I guess it's all in these vessels and the tank. But a valiant effort by Bigfan. He got really behind in the beginning, tried to stick it out and come back in the game, but unable to actually make any headway really. Jiexan played it really smart. He played it pretty safe as well. And cinches the win because of it. This dropship is in fact moving out. And Bigfan GG's though. So that's the first game. Puts DeSPA up 1-0 over Stealth Bunnies.